Disgraced music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is facing more scrutiny. Federal prosecutors have accused Combs of witness tampering.
They allege that he has been trying to improperly contact victims, witnesses, and other people.
The prosecution telling the judge about attempts they say the rap mogul made from behind bars.
P. Diddy ringing in the new year with a jailhouse meltdown,
Accusing them of not only allegedly targeting their client in an unconstitutional raid of his cell,
as Sean Combs files a $50 million lawsuit.
Shaw Diddy's legal troubles just got worse. Federal prosecutors now say he tried to influence witnesses while in custody by making secret phone calls and using hidden messaging services. This adds to his already serious charges, including trafficking and racketeering. These new accusations could hurt his chances of getting bail and make his case even harder to fight. More alleged victims are also coming forward with disturbing claims. With a major trial set for May 2025, this could become one of the biggest celebrity scandals in years, as the once powerful music mogul faces justice.
Disgraced music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is facing more scrutiny. Federal prosecutors have accused Combs of witness tampering from behind bars. He's in jail. The prosecution filed another motion on Friday urging the judge to not grant bail to the hip-hop star. They say he deployed a, quote, relentless effort to contact potential witnesses, including victims of his abuse, who could provide powerful testimony against him. He's doing that, again, from behind bars. Now, for context, Combs was arrested, charged in September with trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
Shaw Diddy Combs' legal troubles have worsened as prosecutors now accuse him of trying to tamper with witnesses while in federal custody, according to court documents. They claim he used different methods, like three-way calls and unauthorized messaging services, to reach potential witnesses and victims. Prosecutors argue this shows he still has influence and could interfere with the case.
Prosecution telling the judge about attempts they say the rap mogul made from behind bars to influence everyone from potential jury to alleged victims.
Who's the boss? Dudes is lost. Don't think cause I'm iced out, I'ma cool off.
This morning, prosecutors leveling new accusations against Sean Diddy Combs, saying he poses a serious risk of danger, even from behind bars, as he awaits trial. In a court filing late Friday, prosecutors detailing the steps they say Combs is taking while locked up to reach out to prospective witnesses and influence public opinion to affect potential jurors.
The accusations within the prosecution's motion to deny bail are very serious and will be considered very heavily by the judge, because the judge is going to want to ensure that he is not influencing witnesses and or contacting anyone to influence a trial in any way.
Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges of racketeering, transportation to engage in prostitution, and sex trafficking. He denies any wrong.
Prosecutors claim that Shaw Diddy Combs also used three-way calls to contact people outside. They say he had his associates and family members set up calls with individuals who weren't on his approved contact list. This, they argue, allowed him to influence witnesses even while being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn.
Prosecutors pointing to recorded phone calls from jail. They say Combs asked family members to reach out to potential victims and witnesses, urging them to create narratives to influence a jury pool. Allegations that could land Combs in even more trouble.
Diddy's jail calls can be used at trial if they are able to support the prosecution's case in chief. They can also provide grounds for additional criminal charges to be filed against him.
All of this while a Hulu documentary is set to be released Monday.
His name is Shine. Kid is nice.
Called The Honorable Shine, about a young rapper who says he took the rap for a nightclub shooting involving Combs and then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez.
Puffy got acquitted and he got 10 years.
He was betrayed.
I was absolutely set up to be the fall guy.
Moses Shine Levy Barrow, now running for president of Belize, says he was betrayed by Combs.
One major accusation is that Combs misused prison phone privileges by using other inmates' access codes, known as PAC numbers. This allowed him to bypass official monitoring systems and make unauthorized calls. Prosecutors say these calls were meant to intimidate or influence witnesses, strengthening their argument against granting him bail.
According to the latest filing, Combs is accused of using other inmates' phone access codes, those are known as PAC numbers, to contact several people from behind bars, including his sons. He's also accused of making three-way calls to get a hold of people and using a third-party service called Contact Me ASAP to contact unauthorized individuals, presumably ASAP. Though much of the prosecutor's claims have been redacted from the court filing, they claim clear interference with the intent to blackmail victims and witnesses into staying quiet. Combs's defense insists the prosecution's case is thin and the mogul should be released from jail and put under home detention with 24/7 monitoring, plus, quote, near total restrictions on Combs's ability to contact anyone aside from his defense.
Besides phone calls, he is also accused of using a messaging service called Contact Me ASAP. Court documents say he sent hundreds of messages through this service, possibly hiding his communications with lawyers, family, and other key people. Prosecutors argue that this violates detention center rules and shows he is still trying to influence the case from behind bars.
Here was Diddy telling Conan O'Brien about his, quote, freakouts back in 2002.
Okay, now, we need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right, just different blend. You need the ladies, you need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants?
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this, like a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you talking about?
Depends on the way you look at it.
Depends. Oh, people start getting gets kind of see. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
We're not laughing.
Federal prosecutors are using these allegations to oppose Comey's latest bail request. His legal team offered a $50 million bail package, including house arrest and no internet access. However, the government argues that his history of witness tampering while in custody shows he is still a risk. They believe that even with strict conditions, he could use his wealth and influence to manipulate the legal process.
So there are bombshells after bombshells in the government's new filing in the Sean Diddy Combs case. Trafficking, racketeering, prostitution case. I don't need to repeat all the allegations. You know what they all are by now. But prosecutors from the Southern District of New York submitted an opposition brief to Sean Combs' motion for bail that they are hoping that this new judge, in this case, Judge Arun Subramanian, will hear. And as we're going to lay out, prosecutors say not only is Sean Combs not entitled to bail, but essentially he shouldn't even get a hearing on this. And remember, Combs is currently in detention at the Metropolitan Detention Center out in Brooklyn, New York, after being denied bail by other judges. The main issues keeping him locked away are that the courts have held that the prosecutors have shown that he is a danger on the outside, he's a potential flight risk. Most notably was evidence put forward that he had been improperly contacting victims and witnesses in this case. And as we discussed on previous sidebars, Sean Combs' counsel has denied all this. They've indicated that all of those conversations were not done with the intent to engage in witness tampering or obstruction, and even, at least they say, one witness had contacted Combs, not the...
Holmes's defense team has firmly denied these accusations, calling them exaggerated and misleading. Attorney Bradford Cohen argued that using third-party calls and outside contacts is common among inmates and doesn't necessarily mean misconduct. He also questioned the prosecution's evidence, saying there is no clear proof of direct threats or blackmail.